Why are so many Armenians leaving their homeland? Armenia is one of the oldest nations in the world, rich in culture, history, and tradition. Yet, despite its deep roots, its people are leaving in large numbers. What could drive a people so proud, with such a resilient heritage, to seek life abroad? The story is complex, emotional, and full of both challenges and hopes. Today, we'll explore why Armenians are leaving Armenia and how this phenomenon has shaped the country and its global diaspora. Armenia is a small, landlocked country in the South Caucasus, bordered by Turkey, Georgia, Azerbaijan, and Iran. With a population of less than 3 million, it has one of the largest diasporas compared to its size. In fact, it's estimated that more Armenians live outside the country than within it. From Los Angeles to Moscow, Paris to Beirut, Armenians have built vibrant communities all over the world. But why has this happened? To answer that, we need to look back in time. The Armenian people have faced centuries of displacement. One of the most tragic events in their history was the Armenian Genocide of 1915, when the Ottoman Empire carried out a systematic campaign of mass killings and deportations. Hundreds of thousands of Armenians were forced to flee, scattering to the Middle East, Europe, and beyond. This planted the seeds of the modern Armenian diaspora. But the story doesn't stop in the past. Even in the 20th century, Armenians continued to face upheaval. During the Soviet era, Armenia was part of the USSR. While this provided stability in some ways, it also meant that Armenia's economy was tied to Moscow's central planning. When the Soviet Union collapsed in 1991, Armenia suddenly found itself independent, but also deeply vulnerable. The economy struggled, industry collapsed, and the country was hit by severe shortages. On top of this, Armenia became embroiled in the Nagorno-Karabakh conflict with neighboring Azerbaijan, which drained resources and isolated the country. As a result, the 1990s saw a massive wave of emigration. Hundreds of thousands of Armenians left, seeking better opportunities in Russia, Europe, and North America. For many families, leaving wasn't a choice, it was a matter of survival. Even after the 1990s crisis, emigration continued. Why? The reasons are varied. One major factor is the economy. Armenia faces high unemployment and limited opportunities, especially for young people. Many graduates find it difficult to secure well-paying jobs at home, and so they look abroad, often to Russia, where language and historical ties make migration easier. Others go to Europe or the United States, where the Armenian diaspora already offers networks of support. Another reason is political instability. Armenia has faced corruption and struggles with governance, which has pushed some citizens to feel that their future prospects are brighter elsewhere. In recent years, while reforms have been attempted, frustrations with the pace of change remain. The Nagorno-Karabakh conflict has also played a role. Periods of fighting and tension with Azerbaijan have created uncertainty and fear for many Armenians. The 2020 war was particularly devastating, with thousands of lives lost and territory ceded. This left many citizens feeling insecure and questioning the stability of their homeland. Some chose to leave in search of safety and peace. There's also the issue of geography. Armenia is landlocked, with closed borders to the west with Turkey and to the east with Azerbaijan. This limits trade and economic growth, making it harder for businesses to expand and for workers to thrive. With fewer opportunities inside Armenia, many feel compelled to look outward. But the story isn't only about challenges, it's also about the global Armenian identity. Many Armenians who leave maintain strong ties to their homeland. They send remittances, invest in businesses, and return for visits. The diaspora plays a major role in Armenia's economy, contributing billions of dollars each year through remittances. For some families, money sent from abroad is a lifeline. The Armenian diaspora has also become a powerful cultural force. Armenian churches, schools, and organizations thrive in cities across the world. The community in Los Angeles, for example, is so influential that Glendale is sometimes called Little Armenia. In France, Armenia has a strong voice in politics and culture. And in Russia, Millions of Armenians have made their mark in business, science, and the arts. So while the exodus from Armenia is often seen as a tragedy, it also shows the resilience of the Armenian people. Wherever they go, they bring their traditions, their food, their language, and their sense of community. Yet the challenges for Armenia remain. With so many leaving, the country faces a shrinking population. This creates demographic problems with fewer workers to support the economy and an aging population that needs care. It also affects national security, as a smaller population can make the country more vulnerable. The Armenian government has taken steps to address these issues. Efforts to strengthen the economy, attract investment, and create opportunities for young people are ongoing. There are also programs aimed at encouraging members of the diaspora to return or to invest in Armenia's future. Some Armenians do return, bringing with them skills, ideas, and capital from abroad. This reverse migration is seen as a hopeful trend, even if it's not yet widespread. Yerevan, the capital, has a growing tech scene, with startups and innovation hubs beginning to flourish. The question is whether this will be enough to slow the tide of emigration. Religion and culture continue to play an important role in keeping Armenians connected. The Armenian Apostolic Church, one of the oldest Christian communities in the world, serves as a unifying force both at home and abroad. Festivals, music, and cuisine also help Armenians maintain a strong identity no matter where they are. And despite the hardships, there is pride in being Armenian. For many, leaving the homeland doesn't mean abandoning it. Instead, it means finding a way to survive while keeping the flame of identity alive. The reasons Armenians leave are deeply human, searching for safety, opportunity, and a better life for their children. But wherever they go, Armenia travels with them. Armenia's story is one of survival and adaptation. From ancient times to today, Armenians have endured invasions, wars, and hardship. Emigration is part of that story, not just loss, but also resilience. The global Armenian family is vast, and its influence is felt worldwide. So, why are Armenians leaving Armenia? The answer lies in a mix of history, economics, politics, and hope. It is the search for stability, opportunity, and peace. Yet at the same time, Armenians carry with them the love of their homeland, passing it on to future generations, no matter where they live. And perhaps that is the greatest story of all, that even when Armenians leave Armenia, Armenia never leaves them. As always, if this inspires you to learn more, I encourage you to research for yourself. Explore the history, read the stories, and if you ever get the chance, visit Armenia. Because the best way to understand why Armenians leave is to also see why so many choose to stay. Thanks for watching. How do you think this will play out?